0. Eric Rush, perhaps one of the great names of 7's rugby. Made his name in 7's before really going on into 15-man rugby.
A fantastic footballer, always seems to have time on the ball. He's New Zealand's version of Serevi. He's the one who will control things, slow it down. He's the one who will go through half gaps and set up the other players. Eric Rush probably didn't fulfil his potential at the 15-a-side game. He was capped by the All Blacks, but didn't play as often as people would have liked to have seen him play. But this is his scene, the 7th scene in Hong Kong in particular.
Croatia making their debut in the Hong Kong 7's, and 7 of their 10 are based in New Zealand.
Now that is another amazing fact, one I wouldn't have known. Croatians playing rugby in New Zealand, so it'll be interesting to see how strong that influence is, because if they hold on to the ball, if they try and outmuscle the opposition, that will be the New Zealand influence, because New Zealand know how to play the game as well. They'll hold on to the ball and they'll try and outmaneuver their opponents and then take advantage when the gaps appear.
There is Eric Rush. Eric Hinton from Greg Hinton, I should say, from Australia, is the referee for this match. And it will be Croatia through their number 7, Vlado Ursić, to get us underway. And, well, an infringement knocked forward by the Croatians, and we have a scrum for the All Blacks. Karl and a knock on, and it's going to be but offside against Croatia. Number 8 for New Zealand is Brad Fleming. And here's Rush, playing in the Hong Kong 7's for the 12th time. Well, plenty of tackling. And Matijasevich with the tackle, and they're looking to steal. It's all a little static so far, and New Zealand forced to kick the ball away.
Now that is a turn-up for the books. I wouldn't expect to see New Zealand kick the ball unless they were behind their own line, penned into a corner. That is very unusual. But the first minute or so has been very scrappy. It doesn't matter who you are, you need to settle down, get a feel of the ball, and everybody just acclimatise to the conditions here in Hong Kong. But Croatia have got a chance. Let's see if they can take advantage of it.
Number 4 for Croatia, Blair, Urlich. A little untidy. Eric Rush burrowing in there, trying to smuggle it clear and not releasing, and that'll be to penalty to New Zealand. But early signs are that the New Zealanders have a real match on their hands here. Eric Rush. Oh, the tackle was too high, and Rush going himself. He should have given it earlier. They'll still get the score, will they? No, they won't. Great defence by the Croatians on their own line. And Eric Rush getting a little over physical perhaps. And Croatia will get a chance to run out of defence.
Good defence from Croatia. They look as if they know the game, as you'd expect with that New Zealand influence. And New Zealand just look a little bit rattled. Eric Rush doing what he does best, brushing people off, trying to set other people up. Not as clinical as you expect the New Zealanders. There is Eric Rush, powerful handoff. He's only a slight man, but he's very, very strong. He's looking for support, looking for the angle, good tackle, and the final pass not quite taken. But that's good spirited defence from Croatia.
And they steal ball. Oh, that's a shame though. They lost it in the tackle. I.e. Fleming for the corner. But again, good cover Terrific defence by Croatia. The question is, of course, how long will the legs last?
Exactly, they're working for each other at the moment, but when you haven't got the ball, it's very, very difficult, because normally you have 6 men marking 7 and 1 behind, which meant that the 6 men have to work incredibly hard. And at the moment, they're doing it, and although it looks if a try's on, the cover comes across. Another Croatian player is coming to snuff the danger out.
Croatia with the put in deep in their own 22. Managed to get it away. Now will they run it? But Eric Rush quickly up in defence. Not staying on their feet, the All Blacks. And Croatia running it out of defence. This is good stuff. Oh my word, that's a huge tackle, but maybe an illegal one. Offside, in fact, was the decision. And Croatia, was that not forward? Maybe not. Good tackling, good defence for Croatia, keeping the ball alive, looking, probing for the opportunities. It's a bit like rugby league at the moment, trying to bury your way straight down the middle.
But this is good 7's. They're looking for the gap. If they have to have contact, they're making sure the ball comes back. This is fantastic stuff. Holding on to the ball. He needs a man inside. The man's there. This is good play.
This is great stuff. Now then, can they go the whole way? They've got. This is fantastic by Croatia. Didn't have the legs, but they're still going for it. Yes, wonderful stuff, and Croatia take the lead. Wow, this is set the place alight. What a score. Reon Graham.
That is easily the try of the tournament. I know we're only in our 4th game, but the movement, the patience, it started deep in their 22, and the support player was always there. It was like pressing a button and the support player appeared. And Reon Graham, the try scorer. Can they keep it going? Can they keep it going?
Not so good on the conversion. They've been training in New Zealand for about 6-7 weeks, this squad. And, well, if you're just waking up, you're not dreaming. It is 5-0 to Croatia against New Zealand. Yeah, certainly enjoying it. A minute left in the first half. And, well, what a story this would be.
I think you'll see New Zealand, if they get this ball, try and move it very quickly, get up the other end of the field, and try and get a score on the board before half-time.
But again, the Croatians quickly in, good tackling, good defence. Coming around offside, surely. Yep. Now then, will they move it wide? I.e. with the long pass. This is Fleming. Has he got the legs? One man to beat. And again, great tackling, great defence, and Graham. Now then, can they move it wide? Oh, he should have moved it wide. But they still keep possession. Orene making the tackle for New Zealand. They keep possession so well. There's the hooter.
The important thing is they're only committing 2 or 3 men at the outside to ruck some balls, which means they've always got plenty of options when the ball comes back. Now this could be the upset of all time if they were to score again.
They are going to score a second try. This is incredible. Number 10, Lunjevich. Well, would you believe it? Croatia, 2 tries to 0 against the All Blacks.
Is it too late to put a bet on, I wonder?
Much too late.
Conversion in front of the post, you'd expect it to be 12-0. The hooter's already gone. So Croatia can have a half-time lead of 12-0. But what they do is they keep the ball so well. And the gaps are open. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you hold on to the ball for 30, 40, 50 seconds, the gaps will appear. And this time, Lunjevich going right up the middle.
Yep. 12-0 to Croatia at half-time, and boy, could we have a story here. No wonder the Croatian base is celebrating. Of course, their footballers had a great World Cup, and now they're rugby players.
There is always the danger, of course, that Croatia could tire in the last 3 or 4 minutes because they put in a tremendous effort in those first 7 minutes. New Zealand mustn't panic. They must just try to get a score in the first 90 seconds, 2 minutes, and then they're back in the game, obviously.
Orene with the restart. Scrappy again. Rush picks it up, forced into touch, and the tackling in defence. Whoa, getting a little physical. Rush feeling he was being impeded from taking the throw in. Now then, what can New Zealand do here? One man to go. Steps inside, the wrong option surely. And great defence again from Croatia, and they've stolen the ball. But playing it on the ground. So a penalty to New Zealand right in front of the posts. To Rush. Breaks one tackle. They finally get on the score sheet. Seymour brings the All Blacks back into the match.
But this is the value of Eric Rush. Watch in the replay now how he goes between too many, commits 2 defenders. Outside man turns in, and that's what creates the extra man, and that's what Eric Rush does. He's got the pace to go through the gap. Defenders get nervous. One turns in, one goes on the outside. Overlap created. New Zealand back in the game.
No, missed. So it stays at 12-5, which means that New Zealand have got to score at least 2 tries if they're going to win this match, because a draw, well, I suppose they might be able to go home, but still with their tails between their legs. And fine athleticism, Croatia have possession. And they get a penalty. And they'll be very happy, of course, to keep possession for as long as possible. Urlich. No, but they've allowed New Zealand to smuggle that way. And now going over, Rush with the penalty. Rush again. Takes 3 men to put him down, but they keep possession. Oh, with the kick ahead now then. Oh, but the referee has gone offside.
The referee was absolutely right. I'm a lover of fairy tales as well, but you've got to play within the rules. But the defending, no quarter asked or given. Croatia launching themselves, you just wonder whether they're going to tire. That's what I mentioned at half-time.
Well, of course, he can bring on some fresh legs. Number 5 for Croatia, Matijasevich. Another big man throwing on fresh legs, and powerful bodies. Rush. And not being allowed to break the tackles. Scrimgeour. He's got a man outside. Again, superb tackling. Was that forward? But Seymour gets over Seymour for his second try. I'd like to see whether that pass to him was forward.
Whose side are you on? That's why we're supposed to be impartial.
The side in red.
At least you've nailed your colours to the last. I'll have another look. I thought it was okay first time round. Took the wrong option, so perhaps he didn't deserve the try. No, I think that's legitimate, and Dallas Seymour gets low. Difficult to stop a man once he gets low and you're as big as Dallas Seymour. So it's game on. They've missed a conversion, of course. They needed an extra try if they're going to win this game. And now the next mistake or the next piece of flair is going to be so vital.
3 minutes to go. New Zealand coming back. Can Croatia cling to this 2-point advantage? Good restart. Scrimgeour taps it back. Fleming now. Perhaps over-elaborating. A chance for the counter. Now then, Scrimgeour going back, but he doesn't realise there's somebody up there. Oh, how unlucky can you get? Now then, all the New Zealanders are miles offside. Oh, what are they trying to do there? No, but they've got possession again, Croatia. Have they lost it? What's going on? It's a penalty to Croatia.
So much happened in 30 seconds. Scrimgeour, I'm telling you, it was his birthday, Christmas, Easter, all at the same time, because he was, I don't know whether he was having a cat nap or what, but the player came past him and the ball bounced backwards into his hands.
Well, a try here for Croatia. Remember, they already have a 2-point lead, would surely seal it. Reon Graham, man with the first try. And of course all this is eating away valuable seconds. Whose possession going to? It's going to go to the All Blacks.
That was superb play by number 8 Brad Fleming of New Zealand. He got his hands on the ball and then sat on somebody else to make sure the ball couldn't go to ground. It had to be New Zealand's ball. Very clever thinking by Brad Fleming, and if New Zealand get out of jail here, they can thank him for that one piece of play.
New Zealand having to run it from behind his own line, but offside against Croatia. Now, Scrimgeour down the blind side, up to the halfway line. Rush will go all the way for the winning score. Oh, my heart is broken.
I can live with it, I have to say. I can live with it, David. But that's experience for you. Calm head, exploit the blind side, create a 2-on-1, the player coming in on support. And who's that player? Eric Rush. We talked about him all day. He's the man who can make things happen. He takes up the intelligent inside position, and those old legs can still carry him to the try line. New Zealand out of jail, but only just.
I'll tell you, Ireland are in this group, and they're not going to relish playing Croatian. As the hooter goes for the end of the match, New Zealand escape 17-12, and Eric